So, Lance asked me what is a SARM. Basically, SARM is an acronym for Selective Androgen Receptor Modulator. The number one thing that I would say this product does, the number one reason to take it is 2 words: body recomposition. So it helps you lose body fat, gain muscle at the same time. That's the number one thing. Of course, it helps with protein synthesis. The way I would say it really helps you absorb the hormones that are in your system. So it really doesn't mess with your testosterone, your estrogen. It doesn't. You don't want to take.
Doesn't throw you out of balance.
No, it doesn't throw you out of balance. Now, I'm sure if you took 100 of them a day,
right,
you probably could have some bad side effects. But clinically, they've studied it at 3 milligrams a day with 0 side effects. And people are taking this stuff. I mean, I take it year round, at least 1 or 2 a day, just to feel good. So, as far as SARM goes, it's a win-win. If you want to gain muscle and lose body fat or just improve your overall well-being, it's a win-win. If you want to be lazy and out of shape, it's not for you. That's what I'm saying. If you don't want any good results, don't take it.
Gotcha.
But I've actually seen no side effects. I've done blood work on it. I've had clients do blood work on it. I'm not seeing any liver changes, any kidney changes, no prostate. I haven't even seen it shut down any testosterone. They say it's possible at a high dose, above 30 to 60 milligrams long term. Like it can lower your testosterone.
So you're saying it's serving as 3 though, right?
Yeah. I recommend taking.
If you're supplementing testosterone, that wouldn't matter. Anyway.
If you're supplementing testosterone, this stuff is going to make that work way better. I would look at it as almost up-regulating it.
He just had blood work ran, like he's looking at.
Yeah. What's your? Have you got it back?
No, I go back next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
He's gonna get the implants or.
You should introduce Justin Collins to the camera.
He's been introduced.
I've been on a few times.
Oh, have you? Okay.
Very, very few.
Lance,
I live so far away.
You just run this. You just leave this.
Right.
No.
Introduce.
I'm not doing what you tell me to.
All right.
This is my friend Justin. He's been my bodybuilding coach.
What's up, everybody? Yeah.
So, okay, I have to put this on film because this dude got on there and he was like, so Colin, he said, I've heard you say you were a bodybuilder and you were a personal trainer, and now, because he didn't like us, and so he's like, now you work for SOE, don't you feel like you're living your life in reverse? And I was like, do you know how much bodybuilders make? I was like, this is not a reverse move. I was like, you don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I kind of do this thing when people talk to us and talk shit about us, you always want to go, okay, number one, who are you?
Yeah.
What is your degrees? What have you done with your life? Who do you work for? What is your great accomplishment where you feel so good about yourself, you're going to dog me or talk bad about me? Okay, so you used to be a bodybuilder, and now you work for SOE, so you went backwards because you're not doing what? Working out twice a day?
Yeah, and it's just a different change of pace, because he just wanted to pick out something.
Yeah. Well,
He said I was pretentious.
bodybuilding is not a luxurious life unless you're one of the top 10 in the world.
Exactly.
And I tell people every day, if you want to be a professional athlete and you want to make money and have a good life, bodybuilding's not the sport. Football, baseball, basketball, golf, wow, that's really hard. You know, I'm not. Okay, you've got, 56 guys on every NFL roster that travel, and all of them at least make $500,000 a year. All of them.
Yeah, even the people that
That's
don't
56.
play still make $100,000 a year.
Per team.
Yeah.
Not counting the trainers, the coaches.
And you work with some of those guys?
Yeah.
A lot of them.
Enough. They're not my favorite clients to have to deal with, but I like normal people. As far as normal people, as like guys I can talk to. When somebody comes in, they think they're the greatest thing to earth, and they're, it's just not the most thrilling hour.
So you don't like being around Colin?
They're not real coachable a lot of times.
Yeah, I don't want people that think they're God's gift to women or sports or whatever it is. Like Colin.
I never acted like that.
That was why we bought the cattle prods, remember, for Colin to beat the women off
the
with.
orangutan arms.
Yeah.
Sebastian was saying that the other day. He's like, remember the orangutan arms?
Yeah.
That's famous still. We still do that.
Need a patch for that. So show us what we have. We just got Swinney's here, dropping off a bunch of protein. You guys know the protein. You know the vitamin packs. We got resupplied on those. He's got some new products. We're gonna run down real fast and just briefly tell them what it is.
Okay, one of my favorite ones, and this was one of my newer releases that was at the beginning, was P2. Now it's a pre-work. P2 stands for Prepared Performance. So pre-practice, pre-game, pre-workout, pre-golf, pre-range, pre-anything you want. And everybody knows creatine is beneficial. It's been studied, number one ergonomic aid there is. There's nothing better. Creatine works, period. Now, I'm not a fan of the monohydrate as much because I personally, my stomach doesn't tolerate it well. I get a little gas, get a little just upset. I just don't like it. So I tried every creatine in the world. I have all these clients. I finally said, okay, well, the original one that I liked was Concrete, and I don't mind giving them credit. And we got it right there on the shelf. Concrete, their version of creatine HCl, was the first I used that works without side effects in 2007. And I said, man, this is good stuff. I said, they hit the nail on the head. Well, as time goes by, you know, I was like, okay, there's other stuff out there, so I tried more. And I keep coming back to creatine HCl, creatine HCl. Well, I've tried numerous brands of creatine HCl, and I noticed there's a little difference in every brand. Not just because it says creatine HCl, don't mean it's the same quality, okay? So it comes time for me to be, you know, get the degrees, get the gym, start the business. I go, okay, what worked for me? What worked for everybody that I've seen? It was the Concrete. And what else works? You know, ATP, which is adenine triphosphate. No stimulant, great results. It does a million things. I've got another YouTube video which we can link up that tells about that. And I said, okay, so I called a manufacturer. I've got 4 different manufacturers I work with. I said, who has the best creatine HCl? Don't care the price. I know there's different levels of quantity. I know some comes from China, some comes from Australia, whatever. I don't care. I want it in the USA. I want the good stuff. I don't want crappy raws. We called him back and said, hey, it's a little more expensive than the other stuff, but here's what it is. I said, that's what I want. He said, well, you're killing your profit margin. I said, that's what I want. End of story. Each bottle has my freaking name on it. I want the good stuff. He said, okay. And I said, I want to put 400 milligrams, which is a clinical dose of ATP. So every clinical study has 400 milligrams of ATP that shows positive results with no side effects. So I put them all in a pill because a lot of people don't want to drink too many drinks. And 3 capsules is so easy to take. You can throw this in your car and it don't go bad. So I come out with P2. So we started running trials before I came to the market with it, obviously. And it's phenomenal. I mean, I have 13-year-old kids that take it, 80-year-old women, and everything in between. And I've got kids that go, man, creatine makes me cramp. Or athletes, I can't take creatine. Try mine one time, see what happens. They'll take this and go to football practice. Well, don't I have to drink extra water? No, you should be drinking a gallon of water anyway. You shouldn't be drinking extra water. If you're not drinking water, that's because you're not drinking water. That don't mean you need to drink extra water. I mean, we're seeing stuff as in the fatigue during the game. They're getting tired in the third quarter, or they're not getting tired now because of this. That's simple. But in the weightlifting world, in the strength conditioning world, in the tactical world, your life depends on your ability to go a little bit longer. Shit hits the fan, and you're in the fire. Well, I really hope your legs and arms don't fatigue and burn out, because mine aren't. You know what I'm saying? Sorry. You know, so we want to prevent that every way we can. And taking something like this, just having the ATP circulating in your blood prevents the calcium from causing the lactic acid. It's that simple. And anybody who's done any tactical training knows you're going to burn. You're going to hold some positions that are not easy. And you know, y'all have done this stuff, especially working out. So that's where I come up with this. I said, okay, well, how can I make something that's for the whole world? And it was this. Now, I'm sure I could make it different, but I haven't found anything better. So, and this is blowing, I mean, I can't keep it on the shelves. This product and Lean 8, which is my non-stimulant fat burner, these two products I can't keep in stock. Literally, the second I make an order from my manufacturer, it takes about 3 to 4 weeks to get it in, 6 weeks tops. If shipping gets delayed, it's gone and I'm reordering the second it comes in. Now with this stuff, I've got my patented blend of products, okay? The ingredients, and I'll just read them because you're going to know the names. The acetyl L-carnitine. Everybody knows what acetyl carnitine is. Carnitine is a general, but acetyl version is about 20 times more absorbable. And then you got CLA. CLA. You can't beat CLA. Now I use Clarinol CLA, which is a little bit more expensive version, just a registered version. And then, I hate to use it, but the Dr. Oz effect, I've got Garcinia cambogia and raspberry ketones. I did not put them because he talked about it. I've been using those ingredients for years. I put them because they freaking work. And then N-acetyl L-tyrosine, which kind of goes hand in hand with the carnitine. Put N-acetyl tyrosine with it. It does numerous things. It actually helps your brain health. It reduces depression, anxiety, but it also helps you burn body fat and stay in that positive metabolism. We put chromium picolinate to stable blood sugar. Now I've got numerous diabetics, type 1 diabetics, type 2 diabetics. I see a lot of clinical patients, and every one of them on this has been able to cut back on their insulin, which is good. I've got doctors calling me going, Justin, I don't know what you're doing with XYZ, but it's working, and now we're able to dial back the insulin. I got people that were on glucophage and metformin are now being able to reduce the dose, which means more than a bodybuilder getting a six-pack. I see more out of the health, which is a good thing. And then I put a little Bacopa Mineral in here for a nootropic effect, for a positive mood. You could actually sleep on it. It's not like a stimulant nootropic.
Which the sleep thing's a cool thing, because I remember finding fat burners like back whenever I was doing shows. If you can sleep on it, that's one of the best times to burn some fat and to really, if you want to get lean, because you're not eating during that time period, which is it's a neat thing. When you told me about that, I was like, God, I hope I can sleep on it. It's so good.
And you can sleep, and actually, I tell people to take 2 capsules, 2 to 3 times a day when they eat. You can take it with food or without food. You can take it before the meal. You can take it after the meal. You can take it during the meal. But really, man, you can take as much of this stuff as you want. Let your budget tell you. If you can afford to take 2 capsules every time you eat and drink a shake, better for you. You're going to be ahead of the next guy. But even if you just take 2 capsules twice a day, you're going to see results.
Yeah.
Then that's the non-stimulant fat burner. Let's see, what else we're going to do. Now, for those people that do have... What I put that was? No, I'm good. I just ate. The stimulant fat burner is the hyper lean. Okay? And it's called hyper lean for a reason. This stuff is a stimulant. It's a strong stimulant, but it's a good stimulant. It's not a bad, you're not going to get super shaky. You're not going to feel nauseous. Now, I'm sure if you didn't eat for a day or two and you took it, you might, but it's a clean energy. And so let's talk about that. Okay, so the hyper lean. Now, I'm not going to go into my priority blend too much. I will tell you I have different stimulants in here. I have stuff that helps your mood and gives you an uplifting effect. And I do have a couple things in here with an antioxidant effect and to lower your blood pressure. So a lot of problems with stimulants, people get all freaking jacked up on stimulants. Their blood pressure skyrockets. They get red-faced. They get itchy. They feel bad. And then they crash. Well, I put a couple things in there to try to negate that as much as possible because we still want to be healthy. But if you're going to drink coffee, you're going to drink Monsters, you're going to do this, that, and other, or green tea.
All day. All day. All damn day.
It's not going to hurt you, obviously. So with a stimulant fat burner, I always tell people the first time, you take it with a meal. You don't know your tolerance. This is a strong one. This is my version. This is what I need to get me up and get me going in the morning. Period, end of story. I didn't make it for anybody else. I made it for me and other performance athletes. And I like it because you can take it 2 times a day, and you're literally good all day. If you got up at 5 in the morning, you took one of these, you do a little cardio, you eat breakfast, go about your day, you're not going to want another one. I mean, maybe 12 or 1 o'clock, and you still hadn't had no coffee, by means. So you take another one, and you're good till 8 or 9 o'clock at night, and you go to sleep and start over. And during that time, you're burning fat the whole time. So it's kind of cool, and it's actually... Once people try it, they come back and buy more. It's skyrocketed lately. I had a couple college students buy it, and they said, "Man, that shit makes me feel just like Adderall." And I'm like, "Oh, well, that's a little bit not what I was going for, but hey, it's a positive side effect if you get that kind of energy off of it. We just don't want the bad effect. I don't want people taking my products and saying, well, it makes me feel like I took a drug, like a stimulant drug. But like I said, it is strong, but it doesn't have that bad side effect. I mean, even if you drink too many Monsters, you feel kind of nauseous.
Yeah, I was going to say it mess you up.
And luckily with this stuff, I'm able to not drink energy drinks. I can take one of these.
That's first for you.
Yeah, if you take one of these, you're good. Really, but because it's time released. So you're going to get a little bit instant in that 30 minutes, but it's going to slowly time release for the next 6 hours. With the energy drink I would drink, man, I could drink 8 or 10 a day, and with the sugar-free ones, and not really feel bad, just feel kind of bloated from all the carbonated water.
Yeah.
But with this stuff, it's been a lifesaver for a lot of people. And people losing 5 to 10 pounds of fat in the first week or two is always a good thing, especially when they're overweight. It's a little more important to those people.
Yeah.
That's those. And then we have now the pre-workout, which we just talked about.
I think I have one of those over here if you want to.
We got one? Okay, the Vaso. Now, this was a product I worked on for a long time before I got it just right. Only because pre-workouts are everywhere. There's pre-workouts in every gym, every store, every name. Most of them are pounded full of stimulants, which is what we talked about before. Most pre-workouts, people sell you just to get you geeked up. You get fired up, you get jacked up, and you're in there going crazy, and then you crash, you feel bad, you get nauseous, can't do your post-workout shake, don't want to eat, whatever, you get the diarrhea, you will from that stuff. So with mine, I made it non-stimulant. So people are like, well, why the hell you want to take a pre-workout that's no stimulant? Well, because not everybody wants to get geeked up before they work out at 9 o'clock at night and then to go home and go to bed. And also, some people want to take a pre-workout to actually get the results of the pump, the nutrient delivery, the oxygen delivery, the recovery. There's more to a pre-workout than just getting stemmed up and making you lift a couple extra reps. Now, you can do that without stimulants, and that's what people don't understand. Back in the old school bodybuilding days, you used to use glycerol. So, old school bodybuilders used to take a ton of glycerol, okay, chug water, and that would actually pull water in the cell. I mean, you would swell up, you would bloat. Now, that's a cheaper version than what I used. I used the Hydromax glycerol. So I had to pay extra to get the patented version. I have the label on here. It tells you all about it. Now that glycerol is way better. I mean, you can take less of a dose and get triple the effects. Now I've seen the sweet spot where most people be 6 grams of Hydromax glycerol. I've had a few, guys who were say 250, be able to go to 8-10 grams. But 6 grams of Hydromax glycerol would be 3 scoops of mine. 2 to 4 grams is good with most people. But if you're super advanced, that 6 gram serving will jack you up. Now, not only did I put that was just to pull the water in the cell. We use argamate sulfate, which a lot of people know, red beet extract, and L-norvaline. So we use those because you have large blood vessels, small blood vessels, then you have your nitrates. So those are a few things. We got vasodilation of large, vasodilation of small, then we got nitrates, and then an antioxidant effect. And that's what that blend does. So one, you're taking water to the muscle, then all of a sudden you dilate the big and the small vessels, and then you add a nitrate to it, so you're pulling all kinds of stuff in there. And whatever drink you're drinking during the workout is getting into the cells 10 times faster. Say you took 2 scoops of this 30 minutes before your workout, it's rolling, and then during your workout you take your aminos, you could put half a scoop or 1 scoop of this in with your aminos, and it's going to volumize those in there as well. So this is massive cell volumization. You're going to hold your pump, whatever you want to call it, for 4 to 6 hours. This is not going to be, I'm going to get big and then 45 minutes later, once I leave the gym, I'm going to be flat and depleted. No, you will hold your pump literally for 4 to 6 hours. I've had people work their arms, and I've done them in the gym, and they're pumped up, and they're like, dude, I can't talk on the phone for like 4 hours. Like, I can't hold the phone to my ear. And I'm like, great, my product works. And so, a lot of guys, if you're going to go out to the bar or whatever on the weekends, go hang out with your friends, take a couple scoops of this, do some push-ups and arm curls at home, you're going to go out.
You can make it through the whole video.
Then throw on your t-shirt.
Then throw on your t-shirt and it's super tight. And you'll hold it. You'll hold that pump for a while.
You might not even need a tighter shirt.
No, you probably won't. You go up to a large. But that's the Vaso 2. Now, this has been huge. Now, also, remember, there's no stimulants. So let's say I like a stimulant pre-workout. Okay, put 2 scoops of this in with it. This does not counteract anything. If anything, this is going to upregulate and do a synergy effect with the pre-workout you already have. Or you can say, well, I'm already taking a stimulant pre-workout. It's okay, but I want to see what non-stimulant's like. Well, wean your way off of it. If you're doing a scoop of stimulants every single day or 2 scoops, don't go just to nothing. Okay, add this in and do 1 scoop of your stimulant. Because if you got used to caffeine, caffeine is a drug. It is a very addictive drug. Then you need to wean yourself down. Don't just cold turkey it, or you might even feel bad. You've heard people say, man, I got a headache, I hadn't had my coffee yet. Mm-hmm. Well, there's a reason, because it is a drug and that is withdrawals. So that's kind of my advice on the pre-workout.
But you can do that with your P2, right? Like
yes. That was how I made them to go together. Yeah. With this and the P2 together, you're incredible. Literally, you will add 4 reps to whatever your working set is day one. You'll add 2 to 3 from the P2, at least 1 to 2 from this. It's going to average about 4. So let's say you're an NFL combine type guy and you're like, I want to see how many times I can do 225. Well, you're consistently doing, 8, 9, 10 reps, 8, 9, 10 reps. The first time you take this and you take the P2, I almost money back guarantee you're going to do 12 or 13. Guaranteed, and that's on the low end. Mm-hmm. And that's if you're doing 8 to 10, you're going to go 12 to 13. There's no doubt. First day, no anything changes, nothing. That's just the actual muscles working like they should work. And that's the pre-workout. Cool. Now the Amino. Now, you've tried the Amino, Colin.
Yeah, I like it.
It's in this box.
I'll wear the fuck out of a shaker weight with some of that stuff.
Now, this one is sold more because of the flavor than it has anything else, because a lot of people, they don't understand all the label information. They buy something because of taste. And those of you know who bought the Champ protein, the flavor's incredible, the chocolate and vanilla. Well, this stuff is ridiculous. It literally tastes like the marshmallows in Lucky Charms. or like cotton candy. One of the two. We have a joke. We kind of call it Lucky Champs instead of Lucky Charms because that is what this stuff tastes like. And there's no sugar, obviously. And I put the clinical dose on L-leucine. For those of you who don't know, to really get results out of leucine, you need 4 grams. Okay. The clinical dose of leucine is 4 grams to release the mTOR, signal protein synthesis, do all the good stuff. So if you don't have 4 grams of leucine, you're close. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to get everything out of it. So with 2 scoops of this, you're getting exactly 4 grams. It does not, on here it's in my blend because I don't want to give away every ingredient. But the leucine, now I use the high quality micronized and instantized. So there's no junk floating around. It actually dissolves. It looks really good in your drink. There's no clumps and particles. But that's the first ingredient, and there is a clinical dose of 4 grams of leucine when you take this stuff. I've also used instantized L-glutamine, and of course isoleucine and valine. Basically, I've used every essential amino acid for those of you who don't want me to read off every ingredient. So you go through your essential amino acids, there's 8 of them. Okay? You take all essential amino acids, you take out one, phenylalanine. Now, I took that one out because I have a few people who have an allergy to that. It's a very, very rare allergy, but some people are slightly allergic to phenylalanine, and when you use it such small ingredients anyway. So I pulled that out, and I replaced phenylalanine with, like I said, the instantized L-glutamine, arginine, HCl, and ornithine naphthalene. The reason I put the arginine HCl and the ornithine naphthalene was to get a little bit of the vasodilation effect. Because when you have a little bit of vasodilation effect, everything processes faster. So whether you took a pre-workout or not, in between meals or whatever you want, you drink this stuff and it's going to absorb a little better because there's a slight vaso effect. Now there's 60 scoops in this thing, and most aminos are like 30 servings. So there's 60 of these in here, and you can drink it pre-workout, during workout, post-workout. Personally, I tell people, hey, take a couple scoops during your workout with water, and then in between meals or as soon as you wake up in the morning. Now it's instantized, micronized, already absorbed. So as soon as you take the stuff, it ain't broke down. It's readily available.
But it tastes good. You can just put it in water and drink it.
Yeah, that's what I've been.
Man, I can't drink water without it. Hardly.
That's what we've been. The aminos we use. Like whenever I'm drinking water, I just put something in it.
I mean, I will put my taste. I will put this versus anything on the market. Show me something that's better. Try. It's not. My manufacturer, yesterday I was on the phone, he said, bro, when are you going to order more? We've got to run more for our lab. He said, that is the only product. He said, we produce thousands. He said, yours is the only amino we keep and we drink. I was like, really? He said, dude, nothing touches it. He said, the quality, you go over the top. I go over the top with buying quality ingredients to make sure, again, the product's got my name on it, Swinney Nutrition, to make sure my people get what they want to get, and my lab knows that. A lot of people use cheaper stuff to make a higher profit margin because there's a lot of middlemen along the way. There's advertisers, there's distributors. I do everything myself. I don't have a middleman, so I just cut that part of the profit out and do all the work myself. But when you use the high quality ingredients and you make the flavor incredible, and the lab that produces thousands of products only drinks yours, you've done something. So any of y'all try this stuff and taste this stuff, that you show me something better on the label or in the taste, you know, I'm up for listening. But when I've got multiple reviews, we're happy, basically.
Last we had bacon soda.
Bacon soda?
Trying to cut his profits.
Hey, I'm in love with the cocoa.
That song was playing when I pulled up.
Yeah.
Oh my
Loud
God.
too. Pulled up my truck and I was like, wow, they got it going this morning.
I always wonder what the cops think when they pull up, because we got speakers all outside,
Yeah,
and everything that plays here is about dope or something.
Because it's all just
What else?
regular rap.
What else we got?
Okay, two things, and we're undecisive if we're going to put these online for you guys just yet. It's something we got to talk about because they're very strong products. SARMs, and we kind of went over them a second ago, but we have the products. Now, in the beginning of the video, I was telling him about it for himself, not to sell it to you guys. I don't know if I'm going to sell it to you guys. I have no clue. I have not put it on my website. I have not discussed it with John. We started this video the second I got here. Mainly, we want this stuff for ourselves. So that's the number one thing because we know it works. But these two products, okay, you can look them up yourself. Google it. SARM Osterine MK2866. You will love it. You're sold on it already. As soon as you Google it, a million great stuff. And then we have, now I'm one of the only people that actually produces this right now, but it's the SARM LGD 4033. Google it. Look it up. It's amazing. It's incredible. You can put on pounds of muscle naturally, again, naturally, in a month. You know, I've seen people taking both these, put on 10 pounds of solid muscle and not gain fat, and then quit taking it and maintain all 10.
What about if you're running testosterone?
Okay, now he asked about the testosterone therapy, so the pellets and the creams and stuff. I'm a huge fan of the pellets. I have probably 200 clients that are on the pellets, and I saw your video where you did it.
Yeah, I'm on my second.
Amazing. You know, I've been, I think, 9 or 10 times. I've been using them since, I believe, like 09. But never any side effects, amazing stuff. So this goes hand in hand with the pellets. So if you're a guy who's plus 30 and you've got low testosterone, because, you know, that's what happens when you hit 25 and 30, you know, shit gets worse than it really was. You take this stuff, your testosterone pellets are going to work better. End of story. I mean, if you feel one way on your testosterone therapy, you take this, you're going to be here, and you're going to be here all the time, and you're not going to have anything toxic on the liver, nothing on the kidneys, nothing on the prostate, and it's all natural. It's not going to shut you down. And a lot of people get worried about, and I told him you could cycle this and not shut your gonads down, but a lot of people are worried, man, I don't want to take anything that's going to shut me down. Well, you're plus 30, you're probably already majorly shut down anyway.
Especially
I know,
if you're running.
if you're taking the pellets or any kind of whatever. But it's like guys want to brag. Well, I don't need any testosterone. I'm the man. Okay, you're the man. Bow to you. Get your blood work done. I guarantee your test is probably 400 to 600. Which if you can live at that, great for you.
Or lower, man.
Or lower.
My shit was what, 300?
And hey, that's in range.
And we got a bunch of dudes on our video saying they're testing out at like 100 and 200.
Well, that's below range.
Dudes younger than us.
That's not good. A lot of that's from the shit we eat. You know,
Put those numbers together.
food.
I'm right in there. That's right. 4,600.
You get 4,600.
That's all your bacon said.
You'll be like Mr. Olympia or something. But a lot of guys are worried about the whole shutting down the process and admitting for that. So
Alright, the second.
I would tell you guys that if you want to try this, try it. As of right now, you can't buy it from me and you can't buy it from them. We're online. If you come to my gym, I might sell you one. But right now, I'm only selling this at Absolute in Madison, one store. Because we just haven't got to the point where I'm sure everybody's ready for it.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to take it, and these guys are going to take it, so maybe it'll be something we bring to market. Incredible stuff, so you can look it up and Google it and send us emails, and we can leave it up to that. If they send enough emails, I'll produce it.
While you guys are Googling, I'd Google Justin too, and see what Google says about Justin.
Yeah, you can Google me. Justin,
like for real. Like I was going to be funny and go Google me, but fucking for real, Google Justin. Like he's not just standing here making up. He doesn't just have a bunch of fucking words that he's memorized. Like Google him and see who the fuck he is.
Yeah, I was. My first name is Justin, last name Swinney, Swinney. Got multiple degrees, top of my class. I own a gym, I own a CrossFit, I own a nutrition company. Won Mr. Alabama in 2007. I used to be a bodybuilder. Me and Colin actually used to bodybuild together. That's how we met each other. I haven't been able to lift weights in a while. I had a surgery in Boyle's 2 disc in an accident, but no big deal. You know, I jumped off something and landed wrong. Boyle's 2 disc in my back, which is stupid. But I'm going to get back into training soon.
Was it a warhorse?
That's exactly what it was.
Were you on a warhorse?
How did you know?
I figured.
The Trojan horse.
Because that's going to probably happen to Lance a couple times. We got a box made for him, but it should look good. I mean,
well, this is how I look without really doing anything because I worked out for so long. I played high school sports, played college sports, was a bodybuilder. So my level of what I call my set point is different than average. You know, I can not lift weights ever, go to the gym, and maybe eat 1 meal a day and be 170 pounds at 6%, 7% body fat. That's just my body. It's just who I am.
You fucked up is better than a dude fucking had his best day.
Probably.
Yeah.
Some dudes.
That was the only problem with bodybuilding.
But non-athletic guys, you know, you got some guys that are playing in the NFL, and you know, you got LeBron James. He wakes up in the morning at 6'8", 240, and I get
that's not who's on the other. I mean, some of those dudes.
Yeah.
Some of those dudes do watch our shit. Like there are some pro athletes that are fucking into what we're doing. But the average dude we're talking about is a dude that's getting up. He's at fucking work right now and wishes he wasn't at fucking work and would rather be at the gym or rather be doing whatever it is he's into.
Yeah. And I'm with him. I mean, I wish I could work out like I want to and like all y'all want to. I do not have the ability to work out like that right now with my schedule. My nutrition company is growing so fast, and I do everything by myself. I'm having trouble keeping up to the demand for you guys. And then, of course, I'm running 2 gyms, and I'm the strength coach at the high schools. I'm the only guy in town with the master degrees and all that stuff. So it's kind of a market where I've kind of got the hold on it, luckily.
like we're aging, and you know, fucking science is there, nutrition is there, so you might as well utilize that, because you're not gonna fix and repair that. You're not gonna get those years back, so you might as well fucking live the next forward ones better. And if that means, you know, there's some supplements and some pharmaceuticals out there that you can use, why not do that?
Yep.
And I mean, it's like you watch that Last Born movie where he's taking the blue pills and the purple pills and the green pills. Like, that's what this shit pretty much is. Like, you don't have that those chemicals exist. Like, they do run programs like that in tier 1, you know, units. You won't hear tier 1 guys talk about that, but they do use drugs and fucking hormone therapy and different things like that. Fighter pilots take stuff to be able to fly over and over and over and launch back off those flight decks. They are using chemicals. You as a civilian, you as a normal dude can't buy them. This is as close as you're going to get. And at 43 years old, you know, I went and got testosterone pellets put in. I feel way better. I don't feel 20, but I feel maybe like I did when I was fucking 30, maybe closer to 25. So if I can get another antagonist that will help those work better, which is in these boxes here, why would you not do that?
Mm-hmm.
And guys are like, well, you know, you might get cancer when you're 85. I'd rather live fucking really well till I'm 75.
If you live to your 85, you're going to get cancer
I'd
regardless.
rather live really well till I'm 70, 75 and not fucking worry about those last 5 years. And the way science is, and the way fucking business is, and the way shit's going, hopefully, you know, with my money and advancements in modern science, you know, it's not unreasonable to think I can live to be 200 years old.
Why not? I mean, look how much medicine's changed in the past 20 years.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm 31 years old, and I thought, okay, where was we at in the early 80s? With
For real,
just as little as
Yeah.
sinus infection, you know, guys coming back from war, and like, man, I hurt my arm, let's cut the damn thing off.
That's all
now,
we're doing.
I mean, now we have a computer chip that goes in you, and you have an arm that
an
works.
actual
Yeah,
which is
mechanical arm.
amazing.
We got a buddy with a fucking robotic leg.
I mean, what's going to happen in 30 more years?
Yep.
And yeah, everybody worried about what's the long-term
Robocop.
effects. Well, the long-term effects of eating healthy and taking supplements, or you live a better quality of life for a longer term of life. Well, I don't want to take that and get cancer. Well, you're probably not.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of quit breathing, and you
Well,
won't
the
get
other
cancer.
thing too, a better quality of life and a healthier life, probably
Right.
keeping you farther away from that
Right.
shit.
Well, the long-term
You know,
effect
making you
of being
more-
human is it's not that long-term anyway. So
No.
you better enjoy it while you're here.
You're going to get cancer fast from eating sugar than
Yeah.
anything in the world. There's a lot of people that have wrote books, and I said this since when I was in grad school. I had a professor say, he said the number one cause of cancer is sugar. His name was Dr. Colligan, and I give him all the credit in the world. If anybody's went to UNA, you know Dr. Jim Colligan. He's an amazing man, and he said sugar causes cancer, nothing else. I said, that's crazy. I said, stuff causes cancer all the time. He said, what is the number one thing in common everybody has that's had cancer? They've all eaten sugar. I was like, yeah, but we all breathe air too. And he's like, well, yeah, good point. But he said the most we ingest is sugar that's bad for us. That causes all the chemical reactions in our body. I said, yeah, you're probably right. So I guarantee you start drinking the Amino 6 with the cotton candy flavor, and you quit eating the sugar that just made you not crave,
Yeah.
your cancer risk goes down. Okay, so we're all supposed to live, 77 is the age or whatever.
It's about the average.
Well, do you want to live to 77 and be weak, frail, and have somebody else be able to kick your ass and be a victim every day of your life? Or you want to live to be 77 and be strong and be fit and be healthy and be able to defend yourself and your family at any given time? You know, there's nothing wrong with wanting to be a victim. I just choose not to be. You know, when I bulged the 2 discs in my back a month or 2 ago, I can't remember when it was, I literally felt like everywhere I went, I said, this is it. I'm going to be a victim. I can be robbed at any time. I can't physically fight off 3 or 4 people like I once could. You know, it messes with your head.
Mm-hmm.
I've been strong and fit basically my whole life. And then something like that happens and I begin to take everything for granted. I'm like, holy shit. You know, I can't tie my shoes. So if you come up and ask me for my money, I'm going to go, hold on. You know, not cool. So the prevention here, so you don't ever hurt yourself, is take care of yourself. And then if you get to the point where, like I am, I'm fixing to make a huge comeback, fixing to hit the gym and do what I got to do to get in shape. I'm going to take my supplements and do my workouts and schedule people around, just like John does. He's busy, Colin's busy. Everybody's busy. They still go to the gym every day.
We do.
So everybody else has got to make time too.
Yeah.
But if anything, yeah, okay, I'm going to look good, I'm going to feel good and all that, great. You know, but don't be a victim. Don't be that guy that's the one who got robbed. Don't be that guy who's, you know, family got took hostage because you don't know what to do and you can't defend them. So, you know, that's kind of a choice I guess we all got to make. You worry about getting cancer from drinking a healthy product, and I'm going to worry about defending the person who just kicked your ass and saving you. You know what I'm saying? So I guess that's my little approach on that.
What else we got in here?
We got all our protein back. We got
Yep.
our vitamins
That's
back.
what all.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
show
The
us.
other-
We got
the
a
other
bunch of-
boxes-
There's a bunch of boxes back here.
Yeah, we got lots
That's
of stuff.
Yeah.
all the new stuff right here that we're looking at.
Yeah.
And then
We did
got,
get restocked.
we got vitamin packs. There's some more boxes out there. We got all the protein back, the vanilla vagina and the sexual chocolate, and the vitamin packs are back in. Man, we were getting emails fucking every day. I was getting emails, dudes asking about one of those products. So that's
great. That's a good thing. I'm glad everybody likes it. If
They do.
and I'm up for any creative criticism. I'm not too good to listen to anybody. You know, so if you don't like my stuff, tell me, dude. Your chocolate sucks. Okay, I'm sorry.
If you don't like any of these products, fuck you. But no, really, you should call Colin. Like, I'll give you his number if you just PM him.
Make sure you call him after midnight.
After midnight. Colin has a nighttime truck driving job, and he doesn't get home till 1. So give him about till 1:30 to eat and everything. So
Get his cats bathed.
get his cat. Yeah. So call Colin if you don't like it, and he'll tell you to fuck off.
Yeah. Never call me ever. That it?
That's all.
I got some fun facts for Finger Poppin' Friday.
Let's hear what you've got to
All
say.
right. Interesting fun fact.
I have no idea what this is.
No, you don't. More people speak English in China than they do in the United States. There's more English-speaking
It's 'cause of
people in China
population.
than there are in the
Yeah.
United States, right? Nutmeg. Nutmeg is
Some
extremely
nuts.
poisonous if injected intravenously. So there's a little tip for you people out there that have a problem or personal. I mean,
If you're injecting nutmeg, there's a problem. It's like, hey, while you're at it, why don't you follow it with some potassium and see what happens?
right?
Yeah.
During its lifetime, an oyster changes its sex from male to female and back several times.
I didn't know you were related to the oyster.
I'm not. I'm just trying to be like you.
Oh.
Where'd these come from?
The internets.
Were they all in one place? Like
No, these things fell through the holes in the internet, and I
Oh,
found
Oh,
them.
did
my
you search
God.
this out?
Yes, you
Despite,
did.
hey, don't you turn that shit off yet, man. I'll pound the YOU. Despite a population of over a billion, China only has about 200 family names.
So they're all in
That's like a big Tennessee or Kentucky. I mean, like,
It's a lot of incest.
that is.
Hey, you are from Tennessee now.
No, I'm not from
You
here.
gonna eat any of this?
I'm just here.
I'm not hungry.
Now, this is a cool one that you guys are like.
Okay.
In 1936, American track star Jesse Owen beat a racehorse over a 100-yard course, and the horse was given a head start.
Why would you like it?
Fucking performance. I mean, that's.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I got
That's.
it.
Probably saying because you're black. Oh.
Just
All right, guys. Finger Popper Friday. Have a good one. Have a great weekend. We'll see you later. And take care of each other.
This the one I want to take?
yeah, that's the pre-workout.
And what other 17 products? Turn that off.